because you too.
It's where the poo fits.
A man by the name of
Mama Luigi
had an idea. A cave game, a sandbox seemingly endless, an adventure that had everyone saying,
"All toasters, toast, toast."
this man, that game, those blocks have brought all of you here to celebrate what has become.
Yay, Luigi?
It began as a simple
dinner.
Sorry, but you know you should use the old logo because it's a bit more evolvey, I guess.
No.
The game had a randomly generated world filled with grass, dirt, and an awful lot of
Spaghetti!
You could destroy blocks and place blocks. The spark was there, but it needed more.
Yeah, like
Stone. Stop it. Shortly after, more things appeared like
Applesauce.
Candy bar.
Meatball!
yes.
Meatball!
The world looked a little more natural. This was the creative mode in single player, but something was missing.
Bombs.
No other people. Tests began with a multiplayer version, with a multiplayer version, with a multiplayer version, with a multiplayer version, with a multiplayer version. People could now play together. New items and blocks were also added. The game was beginning to take shape.
Wow.
You must die.
Do you want me to go over all the patch notes?
Yes.
The wiki page won't load anyway. Moving on, the game now had multiplayer and creative single player. But there was another element
Mama Luigi.
wanted. Survival. Work began on making the game more challenging. Zombies and skeletons were put in, but they could attack. Sheep and pigs were added too.
Whoa.
Mama Luigi.
also fluffed the coding of the pig and it turned into
Meatball!
At this stage, this version of the game was labeled Classic.
Classic.
sick.
Brilliant. Then from Classic came the in-dev version.
What on earth does that mean?
No idea, not important. Dynamic lighting was put in, a new sound engine, and more importantly,
Bombs.
was introduced. Then came
Dinner.
Sorry, what?
Dinner.
have introduced a big feature to the world, infinite terrain. No longer was the player constrained to
Spaghetti!
but now it stretched endlessly. Ore was randomly placed in the world to discover, and other tweaks and introductions were made, like 3D clouds, minecarts and tracks, and also
Chocolate.
then the first major version of the game was released.
Not like released, but just available.
That's not what I meant, you barnacle head!
Came Secret Fridays, where random things were added. The first being
French fries!
which allowed complex circuitry to be created.
What, like that thing?
Yes.
Snow worlds were added, so were boats and cows, along with a whole host of new items. Oh, and
Bagel.
Those bloody hopping things. Ugh.
then in Alpha, the survival mode was brought to multiplayer for the first time. This allowed for players to battle monsters and survive the night together.
Or just go around gathering
Meatball!
and then have them explode on your mate's house?
The next big patch came on Halloween of 2010 and introduced
Dr. Octagonopus.
this threatening place was full of zombie pigmen and the eerie cries,
My boy.
not to mention a considerable amount of
Meatball!
The game hit beta.
Ta-da!
Lots of new things were added in beta, like dispensers, note blocks, cake, redstone repeaters, and beds. The lighting also got a
Luigi!
upgrade. Wolves were now on the prowl, and you could tame one as a pet with a stash of
Spaghetti!
weather was introduced, including snow, lightning storms, and
Pizza pie!
Oh, look how cute that wolf is shaking off.
Pizza pie!
Aw.
We finally found ourselves in 1.6 with the introduction of
Dino bummer, dude.
a new way to navigate the endless blocks of Minecraft here. Things got pushy in 1.7 with pistons, leading to some clever
Bombs?
1.8 gave vastly improved
Dinner.
mechanics, allowing the player to sprint, draw back their bow, and land
Headshot.
on their enemies. A new terrain generator was added, along with quirky NPC villages and mighty strongholds. And now, a true challenge awaits you in this unforgiving.
Dinner.
But that is something you'll have to discover for yourself. The next page is yours.
Adventure time!